Well, hello and welcome to another vlog. So it's been a while, but I've been busy. Not allowed time to get out fishing, so not been for a while. Join us today, and we're on a water local to me, Frisby Lakes. Using a new camera. I'm using what do they call it? A DJI Pocket 2 sound thing. So hopefully this all works out. It's the first time using it. Only had a couple of days, not really worked out what you do with it, but we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. Yeah, so the time, what time is it? Where's my phone? Yeah, it's 3:45 now. Bloody hell, 3:45. I've been here. Well, we arrived at the car park at 8 o'clock. We're booked on for 48 hours. 9 o'clock. It's Friday the 9th of June 2023. We're booked on from 9 o'clock this morning to 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. So we've got 48 hours. We've got 3 rods there at the minute. Let me just show you. Don't worry about the beeping. And there we go. Got 2 rods out fishing for tench on feeder rods, maggot feeders, and I've got another carp rod out just in the margin here. That's on a boilie. I'm not expecting out during the day, but hopefully that might pick me one up tonight. If we just let's have a look, see over there, you probably just make out from the distance Roger. And I'm here with Mark. Mark's is round the corner. It's around this corner here. Yeah, Roger's not out. Mark's been getting a few. He started off with a 5-pound bream, and he had a 5-pound bream, and then he's had quite a few decent sized roach, probably 5-6 ounce. And a perch, similar sort of size, on a skimmer I think, so he's had a few, nothing right over, but he's catching. It's, every bite I'm getting is just like that. Talk about timing. Yeah, just getting a few wind bites, nothing more than that, because it is a very windy day today. It's blowing from the northeast to the east. Yeah, and it's blowing quite strongly. It's probably about 15 miles an hour, but it is supposed to calm down a bit. Although the other thing to note is today's not the first warm day we've had this year, but it's probably the warmest day we've had so far this year. It's about 19 degrees, or supposed to be, but tomorrow it's supposed to be 26 degrees, which is going to be the first real hot day of the year. So it's going to feel 26 don't sound too bad. It's going to feel really hot. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Nothing yet. 3:45. I'm hoping to start getting a few bites this evening. The bailiff reckons all the carp come round to this side. We're basically fishing opposite a load of spits from the island, like arms, and this we're at the back of them. And the bailiff reckons that the carp tend to move into this area at night. So I should leave my carp rod out. Whether I leave the tench rods out or not, I don't know, because I want to get up early, probably around 4 o'clock in the morning, to fish for the tench, but we'll see how it goes this evening first. No point getting up early to fish for the tench if they ain't running the area. The known tench area does tend to be the other side of the lake. But we'll see what happens, see how it goes. So yeah. So that's where we're at the minute. Don't know as much I can tell you other than what I've told you. So yeah, I'll let you know when anything interesting happens. We'll see Roger. With his rods. That's where he's this swim, fishing out towards them lilies. I'm more sort of over this area, end of the point further out. And then obviously I've got a carp rod just out over on the ends of this bush. No, it's not a bush, it's a tree, a small tree. Yeah, so yeah, look at the place. Certainly a nice area to be. It's lovely scenic. Get quite a few people walking past. And we get doddery old buggers like this.
Snazzy little camera trap.
So there was, thank you, yeah. New bit of kit, keeps everything on the level, apparently.
Oh, right.
Still got to work out what I'm doing with it and how to use it, but yeah, this is Roger's little setup. His little home for the next 48 hours. So how's it going, Rog? What's your thoughts?
It's slow at the moment, Kev. It's slow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick up later on, mate, in the evening.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, hopefully. Yeah. But then,
There's an awful lot of going, you know, when it's
not when there's not a cloud in the sky, literally, is there?
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Crossing the mountain truck, can you? Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Got 2 chances, haven't we?
Alright, mate. Alright.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Yeah.
Who we got here? Mr. Davis.
Oh no, that's not a camera on there, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a new one.
God, you treated yourself again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bloody expensive it was as well.
Me again.
You again. How you getting on?
Alright, another perch, another rope.
Yeah.
You had out?
I'm fishing for big fish, Mark.
Oh,
I'm
right.
only after the big ones.
Yeah, of course you are.
No, we've not had anything. we gave you the good swim. We're suffering in the duff. We can get to face track if we want. To be fair, there's some behind you. You're only silly that anyway. Oh, I thought you want to talk. You want to talk to me? There's a word for people like you, you know. Right. Use this poor sound while you just attach this to me. The sound's terrible. There we go. I thought, since I've caught a fish, I'll actually show you it. Actually, if you want to follow me over here, watch the unhooking map. I promised my granddaughter I'd show the fish that I caught, I'd film them. It's only a bream, sadly. It's a decent sized bream. Oh, there we go, I'm hooked myself. He's fighting more now than he did when he was bloody hooked. It's probably, I don't know, 3.5, maybe 4.
Could be close on 5.
Yeah, I think I'll be pushing it. I think probably more like 4. It's a start, it's a fish.
Yes, it is.
That's what we come for, to catch something. And we've managed it. So, yeah. So we've actually saved the blank anyway. We just want Roger to catch one now. Oh, make some change to get some fish for camera. Let me just recover a minute. I know bream aren't everybody's favourite fish, but I still like to look after them. Keep them upright. There he goes. And I'm using a rubber net, so hopefully it'll keep it cleaner and you won't get so much snot sticking to it. That's the plan. So, it's only a bream, but we're off the mark.
No.
Yeah. That's what time is it? It's about. Well, it's not about, but it is. Let's have a look. It's 10 o'clock. So it's 10 o'clock, Friday evening. Nobody else has had any more fish or done any of the good. No bites, nothing much happening. Gone very quiet. The wind's dropped a little bit, not massively. Still not cool now. The sun's gone down, obviously. We're expecting a hot day again tomorrow, hotter than today. So I don't know how that's going to pan out, but it's going to be hot weather, clear skies, pretty crap conditions for fishing, really. But we'll see what happens. The idea is we'll go to bed now, get an early night, and try and get up for 4 o'clock in the morning. Just remember to set the alarm. Yeah, get up at 4 o'clock and hopefully the morning period, early morning, should be a better time, which is cooler and fish will be hopefully feeding, more active. I've left 3 rods out, the cart rod with Pacific tuna boilies on, just under the tree, with a handful scattered over it. Because all my maggots died in the heat, which is unusual, but it happened. I've switched from maggot feeders, what I had the bream on, and I've gone to little method feeders with a small boilie. I don't know how true it is, but apparently the bailiff reckons that they can't move into this area in the night. So I put little boilies on. I don't mind if I get a carp or a tench, if I get anything, it'd be nice. I'm not holding my breath or expecting anything, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. So yeah. I had beef burgers. I don't know if I mentioned it. I had a couple of beef burgers for my tea. They were quite nice. Not as nice as they sounded, but it was okay. Filled the gap. We've had a couple of beers and a chat, so we're all loved up. Had a few beers, and yeah, we're all ready for bed. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the hay. So nice to see you tonight with a decent fish. If it's a little one, I'm not going to bother. But if I get a decent fish, I will show you in the night. If not, I'll see you in the morning. So we'll see how it goes. Probably no cheese, just macaroni. Right, I'll leave you to it. Alright mate, I'll catch you in a bit. The wind's not doing much for my hat. Not sure that's necessarily the best place for the microphone either, but live and learn. Turn me around again, you don't need to see me. So we're going back to. Right, so I think you've seen all this anyway, so until something happens, I'll leave it there. So, tea time, and tonight's delicacy is from Sainsbury's. What we've got here, can't read it with my glasses. Signature beef rib and brisket burgers with a rich bone marrow stock. That sounds good. Only downside is I forgot to bring any bloody cheese squid, which is a bit of a bugger. Let's see what the one comes there to put it in. Now Mr. Smith here watching me cooking, taking in lots of tips. As the burger's cooking away, look. I don't get too close, I don't want to stick the back of my camera in. So yeah, looking good. Hopefully, time I'll have my burgers. Time I'll have my burgers. Mr. Davis will be around with a couple of beers. So it's really hot. It's so hot, and yet Monty and Mark quite cool in there since because they've got the wind blowing straight on them. As I've got the I've got the shade figure behind me, keeping the wind off me, but trouble is I've got the sun straight on me, straight in the belly, it's like a bloody oven. Well, they're a bit chilly, I'm a bit boiling. About 18 degrees at the minute. Probably been up to about, 22, something like that, 20 minutes during the day, I would guess. I've just looked at my phone. I've forecast for it to be 29 tomorrow. 29 bloody degrees, so yeah, that should be fun. Not 29 degrees, clear blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. So as far as fishing conditions go, it couldn't be any worse. But we'll still enjoy it, won't we, Roger? We'll have a good time.
Really enjoy it, mate. There's not things than beers, you know.
Especially, yeah. Just check my gas bottle's getting a bit. I think the gas is about running out.
Where did you get your gas from?
I got it online. I bought
You buy it in a box?
box of 6, I think.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
Not on board boards like that.
Yeah.
It's saying it's not another bad sauce, it's QD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got one left. I've got one spare in the bag and then one spare at home. So I will have to get for too long.
You've got one doing the footing one, so that would be full of stuff in it, but
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah.
Don't use that much now.
To try and get me in it. So we've actually caught target species. I'm not going to weigh it. It's not a bad fish, probably a good £4, 4.5.
Yes, very nice.
You got that on the screen there, Rog?
We've got you on the screen there, don't we?
About 10:05 it is, probably 10:15 maybe now. But yeah, lovely looking fish, lovely condition. Really nice. So yeah, nice to actually get what we came for a change. So yeah, there we go. So we've got our tench. So we'll get him. You can follow me, Rod. We'll put him back. Nope, sorry mate. I'll go around this side actually, away from the rod so I don't tread on it. You want to film him going back? Let him get his breath back. Seems to be pretty lively still. Didn't fight too much coming in until he got quite close in, and then all of a sudden he took off. I didn't even know he had it on.
It's not easy to keep you in focus, though, is it?
No, it's night time, it's probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, shut it off then.
Okay. There you go. Okay, so it's about 5:30 in the morning. So this little tent for the side of Soviet. Got a little male. Not very big, probably £3, 2.5, 3, yeah, about £3. So going in there. That's my second tent so far. So yeah. Let's try and get him on. Get this on film. I've had a few. I'll tell you about shortly. But yeah, nice to get a few. Morning. It's what time is it? Let's have a look. Crikey, it's now 6:30. Surprised it's as late as that. I thought it was about 5:30. Yeah, so been awake since just after 4. Meant to set the alarm on my phone for 4 o'clock to get me up. But as it happens, I either didn't do it or I didn't do it properly, but I didn't set the alarm on the phone anyway, for whatever reason. But the light levels and the birds singing and that, I sort of woke about 4 and checked my phone to see if the alarm was about to go off, thinking it must be around that time, and it was 4 minutes past 4, so I was up at just after 4 anyway. Yeah, where to start? Right, so to start off with last night, you've perhaps seen footage. It's dark, so I don't know how footage would have come out, so I don't know if you'll see it or not, but if the footage is okay, you'll see I had a tench about 4.5 pound last night just before I went to bed, probably 10:15 time. So that was nice. Got the rod back out, going to bed. We all decided after a few beers last night we were going to have an early night so we can get up early at 4. So that's what we did. Yeah, so going to bed after the tench, and sort of 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, that was on the tench was on the left hand rod. Then the right hand rod went off. No, sorry, I want the left hand. The tench was on the left hand rod, and then the middle rod went off. And that was a bream, about 4 pound. So I thought I didn't want to be plagued by a bream all night. I'd never go any sleep, not that I did anyway. But so I left that rod out, got back into bed, and another 15-20 minutes, and the left hand rod went off again. This time it was a bream. I didn't weigh it, but it really felt pretty heavy in the net. And I know it was dark, so it was a bit difficult to judge. I would guess it was around 7.5 pound, so not a bad fish. So then I thought, oh, if I'm going to get up there, I really need to get some kit. I haven't really slept at all. But so I put that back and I left that rod out, and I just left the one rod out with a buoy under the bush for a carp. It never happened, never had a bleep off that. So 4 o'clock this morning, yeah, got the rods back out. Probably within 20 minutes, I had a roach, nice roach, probably about, I don't think it was quite a pound, it probably 13, 14 ounce, something like that. I don't think it would have quite made a pound, but it was a nice fish, nice roach. So I got that back, that was on the middle rod, got it back out, and you perhaps have seen I had a tench probably an hour later, again on the middle rod. This male, probably 3 pound, 3.5, I can't remember now. Not as big as the first tench, but yeah, it was a nice little fish. Screaming run. I was sort of trying to get back to sleep and just have a bit of a snooze, and it tore off. I was half expecting a carp on the end, but no, that little tench. So yeah, so that's where we're at the minute. It's, like I say, it was about 6, something like that. Yeah, all the rods are back out, and Roger's been out. He's put his rods out, but he's not had anything. He's gone back in his bed. I don't know if he's gone back to sleep. When I first got up, I heard some splashing about around Mark's room, so I went to have a look to see Mark, and he'd had a tench. Apparently he'd hooked it in the night. He'd had a bite and he'd gone out, and when he tried the rod, it locked solid in weed or something. Sorry, just running past. But yeah, I think for whatever reason, I think he just left it because he couldn't get it out of the weed or something. He thought he just weeded up, didn't think there was any fish, so he left it. Then he got up at about 4 o'clock. Thought he'd took it for a break, which then just try and get his line back out of the weed. And all of a sudden he found himself into a tench. So yeah, he had a tench this morning. Again, probably around 4.5 pound, I think. Whether he's had any more since, I don't know. I've not been round to see him, but we'll walk and we'll see him, check on him later. Yeah, I'm going to see if I'm going to the... Oh, sorry, you slept at all. I was just about nodding off then, just before that tench interrupted my slumber. So, yeah, I'm just going to have a lie down and shut the eyes again for half an hour. And that'll be time to think about breakfast and a coffee, I think. So, yeah, leave it there for now, we'll catch you in a bit. Well, it's just getting on for 9 o'clock. Got breakfast on, cooking away. There we go. Got the sausage cobs. There's the cobs. I don't know what cobs look like. Got a first coffee on the go. Wake me up a bit. So yeah, all's well in the world at the minute. Trying to put you there. So yeah, so Mark's having the Tench. Had a nice roach as well. Similar size to the one I had, I think, the sounds of it. Poor Roger's not had anything yet. He's not had a bite yet, as far as I know. Don't know why that is. He's very close to where I am, so I don't see why it would be any different from where he is to where I am. But that's how it is. He's not had a bite, so hopefully that will change. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Sorry, I'm just turning the sausages over. I've not had any more. Not since that little male Tench. Yeah, it's gone quiet. Been quiet for a couple of hours now. Check the weather forecast. Still goes 29 degrees today. So it's going to be a hot one. Wind's going to be going from north east to easterly, and then maybe even slightly southeasterly. So just slightly changing, but not a lot. About the same as yesterday, maybe not quite as bad. It's going to get a bit breezier again later in the day. Sort of dinner time. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's probably 10 miles an hour at the minute. So yeah, we'll see what the day brings. Looking forward to my breakfast, I must admit. And I'm certainly enjoying the first coffee. So yeah, it's nice to get a few fish during the day, at least just one or two, because it's obviously easy to film in the daylight. Trying to film at nights, when you're trying to work everything else out as well as the fish you've caught, it's a bit tricky. Yeah, that's how it goes anyway. So yeah, until something's happened, or at least until I finish my breakfast anyway, we'll leave it there. That's all I'm bringing here, Rog. You would? Okay. Wow, happy days, just had a new PB. What was it, £1.8, wasn't it? £1.8 roach. The previous best was, let's fill the screen a bit. Just bring the camera a bit closer, would you, Rog?
How's that?
A bit more. Lovely. There you go, just fill the screen a bit with it. £1.8, lovely, pretty immaculate looking roach. Yeah, my personal best before this was £1.4, so I beat it by 4 ounces. So always nice to get a PB. Yeah, well chuffed. Yeah. Well done, mate. Thanks for your help, Rod. Oh, me again. Well, it's 5:15. About 5:15 anyway, yeah. On Saturday, 10th of June, 2023. Nothing's happened since the last time I posted. It's been very hot. Same sort of winds, same sort of about 12-14 degrees. But nothing's happened. I think Mark's had a few small stuff, bits and bobs, small roach and perch. Anything else other than that. Roger's still not had anything. So yeah, not much to report really. Just getting ready to have my tea. Thought I'd tell you what I'm having. And tonight's menu is chili con carne and rice. Let me show you that. Let's see, over here, the rice cooking away. Basically pack of the microwave rice. I'll just put it in the pan, add a bit of water, just to liven it up. Perhaps add a little bit too much water, and then what I'll do is just put the chili con carne in the same pan, warm that through. There we go. That's what we've got from, I think it's from Aldi, so we'll see what that's like. Stick that in there with that, warm it all through, each it out the pan. Job's a good one. Saves on the washing up, makes life easier. That's how I like it, keep things simple. Once this water's cooked off the rice, I've not put a lot in, let's see what's the effect needed to, but once that's just cooked out a bit, and I'll just add this chilli to it. And that'll be tea sorted. And after that I'll be making up some spod mix of mostly of hemp and pellet, bit of ground bait. And I'll be feeding the spots up ready for tonight. Well, I think the bites will start coming again tonight. They didn't start till 10 o'clock last night, so hopefully they'll start a bit earlier this time. Yeah, tonight and then tomorrow morning. After they're spotted up and washed up, I'll probably be taking whatever I don't need back to the car. So I've got to make 2 trips to the Barra. That's going to be hard work tomorrow morning, so if I can take as much stuff as I'm not going to use tonight and the rest of the trip, I can take that back tonight. And hopefully I'll only go and make 1 trip tomorrow morning, so yes, that's where we're at. So I'll just show you the water. There's the rods. There we are. It's a bit too hot today at the minute. I'll say once it cools down I think we'll be in, so when something happens, as always, I'll let you know. We'll be ready for it. I was not all pissed anyway.
Oh yeah, I had a tench last night, didn't I?
Yeah. I had a couple last night.
Yeah.
You'll have a couple, ain't you? I'm surprised because you normally do well on your little method feeders.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using.
I don't think anything well I've been fishing. I don't think anything's going to work. There's no fish there. I ain't going to catch them, are they?
Yeah, but it's not like you're far from me, is it?
Eh?
It's not like you're far from me, is it?
No, I don't. Like you know yourself. You've got your bloody fish finder. You don't see them in every swim, do you?
No. No.
I know they move around, Trev. I know they move around. But did you have your deeper out?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh,
I
you
was charging up, didn't it?
Yeah.
I ain't bothered. I couldn't be bothered. I had lead about. I could tell it was a smooth bottom. I could tell it was probably, I don't know, between 5 and 7 foot ish. So that was about as much as I needed to know really. So. I'll turn the video off and you can all tell me what you've really been getting up to. Hello, what time is it anyway? Go on, just tell me what time it is, you can do that. I think it's about 8:15 ish.
10 to 9.
Is it really? 10 to 9? Bloody hell. Yeah, so it's 10 to 9. Nothing's happened yet. I think I'm the only one with rods in a minute. We've all been sat having a beer. But I did say earlier in the video about Mark catching a tench last night. And I said that he'd left it out all the night because he thought it was stuck in weed or something. But I'm going to just let Mark tell you exactly what happened. Just put the record straight, as it were. There we go. So go on, Mark. So what happened with that tench last night?
I got up and I reeled it in.
That's not what happened, was it?
It is.
So what was it? About
You
one in
was
the
there.
about 1 in the morning. You said you had a bite.
About 1:15.
About 1:15.
Yeah.
But it was just like a couple of beeps and then nothing happened. So you just left it
I
out.
left it out there.
You didn't think there was a
did.
fish or anything
I
like that.
I did.
And then when you got up at what time was it?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah.
When you reeled it in, was it got itself stuck in weed?
It was stuck in weed, yeah.
So
Dragged
it
through
got
the
himself
weed,
stuck in weed, and that's why he didn't think there was a fish on the end, basically.
dragged it. I thought it was stuck in weed, dragged it, and the fish was still on the end.
And the fish was still out, and it turned out to be what, for about a £4 tench, was it? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there we go, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Long
That
live
sounds about your tench, Rog. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
That's bigger than your tank, mate.
Well, it's not really, is it? But Roger will get one tonight, I'm absolutely certain of it. If he wants to cast his rods out sometime.
8:30 in the morning, hopefully. Hopefully by then I'll be in the car. Oh, you're going early?
No, I'm not stopping here till 9 o'clock.
Are you? You
Why?
can't get out till 9.
What is it, 1756? I shouldn't say that on video. I'll edit that bit out.
1956. What are you on about?
Getting out the gate. Don't say it on video.
1995.
Is that how much it costs?
Yeah.
They're not stopping till 9 then, Rog?
No, but about you with it either.
Eh?
About you pay with either.
You reckon I reckon I'll be here at least till 9. It can't take me that long to get packed up and sorted out. I'm certainly going to have my morning's fishing. I paid for it, so I'm going to have my morning's fishing because that's... You know, this morning I had a few fish this morning, so I don't see any reason why I won't go through tomorrow morning.
You get up at 6 o'clock, you ain't going to get much fishing today.
Yeah, but you can be fishing while you're packing your stuff up, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
You've got to be back at a certain time, Rog.
No.
You had your orders, mate. You can tell us if you've had your orders. Hey?
Yeah, she don't mind that. She don't mind at all. Quite good like that.
But you've got to be back before 9.
Eh?
But you've got to be back before 9.
You do what you like as long as you do it as long as what I tell you.
Yeah. Fair enough, isn't it?
Can't argue with that, can you?
No. Yeah, so there's a little update anyway. It's, what is it, 10 to 9 you say? And yeah, hopefully we're going to start getting a few bites before we go to bed and then get a few in the morning while we're packing up. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so Just had a £6.5 Tench. It's about 10:30. Oh, let me just see if I can show you something about the bright lights. Right, mate. Yeah, a bit bigger. It's £6.5 I've weighed it. If I can. Yeah, camera's not really good in the dark. So yeah, I don't think the camera's picking any of this up, so you can't see that there. You see, I don't know if you can see it now. Yeah, just letting him recover. Sorry, I didn't wake you up. Yeah. This one didn't have to leave me a merry dance, weirded me up twice. I thought, oh, they were going to get him in. I thought it was a carp to start with, the way it went. Cheers, mate. Hopefully I'll get another one. Morning. It's about 5:20 maybe. 5:12. It's Sunday morning now. Last morning, guys are packed up and off by 9 o'clock. Was supposed to be. I barely had any sleep last night. Didn't have much sleep the night before, to be fair. Probably even less. So I'm a bit bleary-eyed, I'm sure. Absolutely knackered. Rods are back out. Last night I tried to film the Tench ad because it's quite a nice Tench, £6. It was £6.5, I think. Not quite sure how that footage will turn out, so I don't know if you'll see that or not, but it's a nice Tench. I've got about 10:30, I suppose, something like that. And the bream, about £5, about an hour later. And at 3 o'clock this morning, I had the bream on about £4 that fell off at the net. So I wasn't too bothered, to be honest. I just wanted to get it in, get it in and get back into bed. I literally just nodded off. So yeah, so quite tired, to say the least. Don't think Roger's had anything tonight. I think he brought his rods in. He's knackered as well. He's already ready for packing up. He has put his rods back out there, so just fingers crossed Roger gets one. You know, I really don't know why he hasn't caught. Absolute mystery. It really is a mystery. But sometimes it's just after these weekends, I don't think it's nothing he's been doing. And fished perfectly well. He's just fish ain't been seeming to been there in his swim, even though it looks spot on. Not been sea marked yet, so I don't know how he got on. I don't know if he's fisted or not, or whether he's had anything, but obviously I'll let you know before the end of the video. But yeah, hopefully we can get one or two this morning before we go. But if not, it's not been too bad a session. Been here 48 hours and what have I had? Can't remember if I've had 3 or 4 tench now. I've had 3 or 4 tench and same bream, 3 or 4 bream, I think, a 4 bream, I think. Had that nice roach. So yeah, can't really complain, I suppose. You know what? Just been a bit too hot. Nobody's giving me a wave. See if I can show you. Where is he? As you can see him there in the distance. So there is coffee on. But yeah, looking nice this morning. Wind's dropped right off. It's been quite a windy session. It's a fair breeze all the time we've been here. As you can see, the sun's out. Let's come and see what Mr. Smith has to say. Are you feeling a bit happier now? You got a coffee on, Rog?
Tea, mate.
Oh, okay, tea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright, mate.
Alright, nice morning, isn't it?
Lovely. Well, things have been like this yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying to Campbell, I really can't understand why he ain't cooked, because he ain't done anything wrong. You treat your fish well enough, it's just, they ain't been there, I swear.
Well, I think
Well, not seemingly.
one of them things,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Let me show you Roger's swim, look, it's certainly not a bad looking swim. Yeah. So yeah, can't understand it.
First time I've actually seen movement in the water down here.
Yeah. I mean, we're both using the same bait anyway. I'll give you some of my baits. We're both using the same bait even, don't we? So, you know what I mean?
Oh, bloody worm with it. Worm with any good, that's a fact. And not sure it's you know that.
Pepper on.
Weren't doing any good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you might, like I say, still might get one yet this morning, so. We'll go have a walk around and see if Mark's up to see how he got on in the night.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
see you in a minute. I'll have a walk round to Mark's swim. Well, this camera I'm using has got a gimbal. It should steady the footage while I'm walking, but to get real steady footage, you're supposed to do what they call the ninja walk. Well, I'm afraid at my age, I'm lucky if I can still walk at this time of the morning. Never mind doing any bloody fancy ninja walk, so the footage will be what the footage is. Let's see if he's awake. Quite possible he's still asleep. I think we'll leave him be, 'cause I can hear him snoring. He's got a wet mat, so I think he's been up in the... I think he's had something in the night, because his unlucky mat's wet. So he's probably been up like me early hours of the morning, and see his rods are out now. So yeah, he's probably had one, thought, oh, I've had enough of this, I need some kit. He's gone back to bed. And I say he's still asleep, so we'll leave him be. Right, I'm back at my bivvy now. I'm going to have my coffee and my porridge, so yeah. I'll probably, I'll say it's about 5:30, so I'm hopeful we might still get a fish or two yet, so hopefully see you in a bit with the fish. What time is it now, Mark?
7:30.
About 7, so it's about 7:30.
5:30.
5 to 7, sorry. And gorgeous morning. we've had a bit of drama. Roger, to say he's not had much luck this session would be quite an understatement, because yeah, about 10 minutes ago he just went, it's a good long walk to the toilet, so he's gone toilet. He left me his remote in case his rods went off, and one of them did, it went tearing off. By the time I got to his rod, it gone through his other line, so I've had to pull that out of the way, and it's gone and weeded itself, almost certainly a tench the way it went. If you want to tench, it was a small carp, but I'm pretty sure it was a good sized tench. And it's gone straight into some lilies, locked up solid, so I'm trying to get it out, but I'm not sure what sort of pound line Roger's got on his rod. I don't want to pull too hard, I don't want to break off, so I've let the line go slack, give it about 4 or 5 minutes. Eventually the line come loose, the fish had obviously freed itself, but as I pulled in, it obviously freed itself from the hook at the same time, so yeah, so the one bite Roger gets, he's not here for it, and when I get there for it, it's so Mark's just pointing out a bit of disturbance on the water, I think. Yeah, and even though I was there to pick the rod up for him, he's still not got it in, so I've not really able to catch it for him, so yeah, Mark's finally got up. He's
bubbles out there.
he's pointing out some bubblers through me. How you looking, Mark?
Just over there. Stopped again now. Wherever you look.
There's been quite a few round about, little sporadic little patches. Yeah. So tell us about your eventful evening, Mark. What you had?
Bream about 1:45, and then a tench at 3:30.
Just what you want when you've had no sleep, isn't it?
Mm.
Just what you want when you've had no sleep.
Yeah.
I knew you'd had something in the night because I come round, like I say, and I could hear you snoring. I could see your nookie mat were all wet, so I knew you'd had something in the night.
Put them back out again.
No. How big were your tench in your broom you had?
About 4 or 5 pounds each one.
Yeah. It's a nice fish then.
Yeah.
The fish we've had have been good stamp, haven't they?
Yeah,
Not monsters.
nice.
Well, say not monster. I mean, that roach is not a monster, but it's still a big roach, £1.5.
Yeah.
The tench I had last night, I think it was £6.5, so that was a good fish. I was happy with that. A couple of £5 bream, a £7 bream. Lost one at the net, about £4. They've all been. I know you've had a lot of little bits in that, but you've been fishing maggot a lot of the time, haven't you?
Yeah,
So.
I think I've only been fishing maggot.
But even then, the smaller roach are
Yeah,
lot
been
of-
nice.
the-
Nice
sort of
roach.
between 3 and 5 ounce sort of roach, aren't they?
Yeah, had a few perch.
Some nice perch, yeah, probably what, £1/2, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Been
we've had
alright.
some good fish. It's been good fishing. Just can't understand why Roger ain't had any. And then one time he gets a bite, he's not here for it.
How long's it been gone?
They'd only been gone 5 minutes.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Typical.
Yeah.
Poor old Rod.
Oh. No, probably 10 minutes, I suppose. Yeah, but not long. Yeah. Poor old boy.
Lovely morning.
It is, isn't it? It's a cracking morning. Out that wind.
Go and have my porridge and slow pack up.
Yeah, I've had more porridge and I've been packing a few bits away, and I'm hoping to get a bit of sun on the bivvy, but I don't think I will. I just want the bivvy to dry out. I mean, I'm not in a rush to get it packed away, like, you know what I mean? But I was hoping to get a bit of sun and dry it out a bit. If it don't, I'll dry it out in the garden later.
No carp though.
No, but I've not really made much of an effort for a carp, to be honest. I've been more interested in the tench this time.
Yeah.
And you've really only had your carp rods out at night, haven't you?
I've had one out all day.
Oh, right, yeah.
Every day I've had one out.
Yeah.
Just carp rods last night. But no
Yeah.
carp.
I think the only thing I've seen or heard of any carp this weekend is that chap past Roger. I'm pretty sure he lost a carp. I'm sure it must have been a carp he lost. So yeah,
Good session for a
Yeah.
change.
So that's where we're at. So we'll leave it there for now. Come over here in the sun. You won't believe what's happened. You won't believe what's happened. Nearly. You bloody... Your alarm went screaming off. I come racing over. I didn't realise it. I was thinking it was mine. I went to my rods, obviously, because I was thinking about yours, and I thought, well, nothing's happening. What's happening? I realised it was yours. So I come running over. Your left-hand rod, a carp, I'm pretty sure it was a good sized tench. Gone screaming off. And it's gone in them bloody lilies down there. And them lilies down there.
Oh, look at that.
And it's got solid. So not knowing what pound line you've got on it, I was sort of get it a bit, trying to get it out. I couldn't get it out, so I let the line just slack, see if it would swim itself out. I get about 10 minutes and all of a sudden the line did get slacker. So I reeled in, and bugger me, so I got everything back, but the fish had gone. Oh bloody hell, so it's, talk about size law, you just need to try it after, you know what I mean, after bloody 2 days, and then the one time you're not here, it bloody goes off. I've re-baited it and I've put it back out in that gap. It's about a foot from the lilies. But fucking hell, yeah. I was hoping to get it in, you know what I mean? Which, I don't know about what your other rod's like, because it did go across it. Somehow it got across with the other line as well. Might have done, I don't know. I didn't really move it too much, so I've left it out, like. But yeah, bloody hell. I know, I couldn't believe it. Master's been round, I've been telling him what was happening. He just come just as I was got the line back out. Yeah.
It's all self-control, isn't it, eh?
Yeah. It was an half bloody go. And by the time we got round here, it had already gone shot over there. And the time I sort of realised where it was bang straight in them bloody lilies. Pissing thing.
Oh well. Put it down to experience, eh?
Yeah. One of them things, I'm afraid. At least you got all your tackle back, so I thought I was able to bait it and get it back out, but
At least you're seeing one or two bloody what's it, you know, like you didn't kick the bugger all yesterday, the day before.
no.
Yeah. Probably unlivened up a bit now.
Yeah, besides law when you're going, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Hopefully get another run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So peed off, I was just hoping to get it in. Like I say, it felt like a good tench.
Well, I would
Definitely
have caught
tench.
it. You would have caught it. That would have been.
Well, it was on your tackling your swim, so
But yeah. All the same. Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. You'd only been gone literally, I don't even think it was 10 minutes you'd been gone when it went off. That's typical, isn't it? No more, mate. Right, that's it, all packed up, ready to go. Yeah, it's been a hot session, but it's been good. Yeah.
It's been lovely. It's getting hot now.
Yeah.
9:30.
Yeah, it's baking. I know Roger didn't have the best of sessions this time.
No,
I
bless
don't
him.
understand why, but I'm sure he'll make up for it next time. So yeah, so it just leaves us to wrap up the blog here.
We did
Blog,
alright.
vlog, whatever you want to call it. Eh?
We did alright.
We did alright, yeah. Yeah.
For a change.
You, Roger, sorry mate. You'll get your revenge, I'm sure.
Poor old Roger.
So right, till next time, see you then. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.